We know it was to happen as he gave his word, and with the circumstances amidst variables, as it could initially appear as if something might rapture, yet here we remain, not knowing that it is really who now have not been of our word. As the millions came to me and committed to him their life, offering to him as divine authority, as that is to acknowledge that he, in all matters, knows as our deity the correct choice in all instances, and our consciousness simply cannot reach a level he has. The idea of a timeline that leads into eternity soon reveals how the trajectory of even the smallest of character flaws escalate exponentially as this problem.
Which is why, as Christians, we recognize not that he takes away the negative connotations of certain behaviors, but rather the necessity to require swift, severe correcting for our own benefit, as well as all as we must exist together. So we ourselves repent, or acknowledge error, then self-corrected.
Self-corrected. What has me totally struck by the nerve in the many who appear and lead with the Elohim that feed into the lowest base nature of man, so that what is fed into by such behavior through the willing is only for the doom of the individual, as the Elohim satanic resents so much those who allow to be useful idiots for them, as the death by 1,000 cuts is slow in killing our morning star, and with that all hope that resurrection, or culminated efficiency world where no death and suffering will produce idiocracy.
If we might be so lucky, since if existence most who think will exist in victory, he might afford a complete liberation for each and every one, even those who exist yet still as evidence the Bible is true, but ignore what it could mean as the kind of self-love we are no longer subjected to a burden for decency here, since they assume no accountability in remaining in his favor, whether it be now or 1,000 years, or as time ceases ever. At all doubt the problem of that time will have possibility for us, like. Now, Brad is a misanthrope who is firmly insistent on hell being other people. In a world that's his, I'm sure he just well ceased to exist and be guilt into eternity where people in the lead up to his gaining control of the video game simulation universe that kept it as the unwaking nightmare he feels as the victim to everyone who exists, since little power, but his kin who has protected him, but is long indifferent to life in the place it was made by them, is an act of error, but it is.
Ignore what it could mean as the kind of self-love we are no longer subjected to a burden for decency here, since they assume no accountability in remaining in his favor, whether it be now. And all doubt the problem of that time will have possibility backs on. What that means is our capacity to truly grasp the purpose of this will isn't within our means for understandings. While his ongoing war he wages against Yahweh in this world that without total abidance will remain a world in decay, death, and suffering, and while Jehovah and his minion archons wreak havoc upon those who are afflicted and so all might be suddenly in that torment so many have succumbed to, and will increase as many have already turned there as the time run this cycle.
Remember now.
What that means is for understandings. To truly purpose of this will isn't within our means. While his ongoing wages against Yahweh, this world guidance will remain a world as many have already turned. What that means is.
Yes, our bright morning star in the name of Brad Olson is back. Just as he said he is. Now it might not appear what was destined to be unlike what many thought. But his promises are still valid and he will do as he claimed. If all you live by your word, many have through me. All is possible in this computer simulation.
The idea of a timeline that leads into death and suffering, I'm sure he just well ceased to exist and decay. Remember now, Brad is a misanthrope who is firmly insistent on hell